This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Right now at 4, call it the calm before the storm. It's been a sunny, breezy, dry day across the bi-state. But tomorrow, a cold front will move through, bringing another chance of thunderstorms to the region. Thanks for being here. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. The Weather First team says tomorrow's system could have the ingredients to create some pretty strong storms. Chief Meteorologist Scott Cano now to time out this severe weather threat.
You know, I don't think tomorrow's one of those days where we say there's a chance of storms. It's how big is the chance of severe weather versus just the chance of storms. Most of us are going to see active weather across the area tomorrow. Here's the lowdown. Storm Prediction Center this afternoon, they twice a day will do a day 2 outlook for the second day. They update it several times during the course of any one forecast period for the day itself, but this is for tomorrow. And they upgraded St. Louis to that level 3. And that means this has much more potential tomorrow for more widespread wind across the area. Yesterday's system, which brought us some scattered severe weather, but honestly, we made it through okay. That's exiting. Now we're turning our attention to this next system out west. That's the one that will race in here tomorrow, and as it does so, bring us more changes. What you see right now is what you get through sunset. Mild, breezy overnight. Storms tomorrow. Time frames mainly noon to 6 o'clock. Our greatest threat, 60-mile-per-hour winds and higher. There may be some 70 to 75-mile-per-hour winds with some of these storms. That part we don't know, but most of us are going to hear thunder and get a good dose of rain at some point tomorrow, particularly from lunchtime to about dinner time tomorrow afternoon. That's when storm alert will be most key for us. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll time it out on Futurecast and get you set up for some big changes just in time for the weekend, Brent.
All right, thank you, Scott. With that threat, you'll want to stay on top of the Weather First forecast. Text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send a link to your phone. Right now, a search is underway for a missing 16-year-old boy from St. Charles County.
Police have issued a missing person alert and say the teenager was last seen Tuesday afternoon. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan joins us live from the St. Charles County Police Department after just hearing from the boy's mom. Megan?
Yeah, Kay, it's almost been 24 hours since anyone has seen Charles Tucker Hughes. He's known as Tucker to his family and friends, and we just heard from the 16-year-old's mom, Janice Hughes, who was very emotional and praying for her son to come home. Now, police released ring camera footage showing Tucker going home around 1:20 Tuesday afternoon, wearing a red hoodie, black shorts, and black sneakers. Then Tucker returned to the St. Charles Christian Home Educators in O'Fallon, Missouri, a learning center for homeschooled students where he goes every Tuesday. Security camera video captured Tucker walking out of the building at 5:01. Tucker gets in his maroon 2021 GMC Acadia. Then at 5:05, he pulled out of the parking lot and left with nobody else in the car. When Tucker wasn't answering his mother's phone calls or texts yesterday, she used GPS and tracked his car close to a mobile gas station near downtown St. Louis. St. Louis police found the car empty and not damaged around 10 o'clock last night. Janice says she's always in constant communication with Tucker, so when he never responded, she knew something was wrong.
He always would text and tell me when he arrived somewhere and when he was headed home. So it was just really out of the ordinary. We love you, Tucker. You're a part of our family. We miss you, and we want you to be home.
We also spoke to a teacher and a pastor at the Learning Center who both said Tucker is an outstanding kid. He's very kind, caring, and helpful. Tucker's mom says he's not the type to run away. St. Charles County Police are urging people to share their Facebook posts and contact them with any information about Tucker's whereabouts. Live in St. Charles County, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Megan. New developments in a deadly attempted carjacking in St. Louis. A teen accused of killing a driver is now charged as an adult. 14-year-old Brian Wellington faces multiple charges in the January 2023 murder of Kay Johnson. Police say he and 3 others approached her car in South St. Louis and demanded she get out. When she didn't, investigators say they fired a gunshot into the vehicle, killing Johnson in front of her daughter. Another teen, Deshaun Harris, is also facing murder charges in that case.
Now to an update on a burglary investigation at an East St. Louis animal shelter. Gateway Pet Guardian says police have caught one of two men who broke into that shelter last week. They've also identified the other man. The thieves took a number of items, including a refrigerator. Since the burglary, Gateway says it's received close to $10,000 in donations. A plan to improve safety in Webster Groves, but it's drawing some concerns. The city purchased 2 new drones for $20,000. Those drones will be used for police, fire, and public works crews. Neighbors say they're concerned about privacy and the costs. The city says it is taking steps to ensure privacy is not violated. Next Saturday, the city will host a public safety day where the public can learn much more about that technology. Well, just hours ago, Boeing's safety and quality standards were under scrutiny on Capitol Hill. A Boeing engineer turned whistleblower accused the airplane maker of cutting corners.
As Boeing still recovers from previous mishaps, it insists the 787 Dreamliner is safe. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Washington.
Do you swear that the testimony...
Critical questions today on Capitol Hill about the safety of Boeing 787 airplanes.
Effectively, they are putting out defective airplanes.
Current Boeing quality engineer and now whistleblower Sam Salahpour telling senators the company cut corners in pushing planes through production without properly closing tiny gaps where pieces of the 787's fuselage are fastened together. He alleges the stress could lead to fatigue failure after thousands of flights.
I have raised these issues over 3 years. I was ignored. I was told not to create delays. I was told, frankly, to shut up.
Boeing tells NBC News, quote, "We are fully confident in the 787 Dreamliner because of the comprehensive work done to ensure the quality and long-term safety of the aircraft. These claims about the structural integrity of the 787 are inaccurate." Facing increased scrutiny following the 737 MAX 9 door plug blowout in January and 2 fatal MAX 8 crashes overseas in 2018 and 2019, Boeing this week gave reporters a detailed briefing on its extensive stress tests that it says run up to 165,000 takeoffs and landings, more than 3 times a typical 787's lifespan, and inspecting 689 planes already in service. Boeing says it found 0 evidence of fatigue. The CEO of United Airlines standing by the plane maker.
There are thousands of these airplanes. They've been flying for decades, millions of flight hours. I am totally confident the 787 is a safe airplane.
While promising to keep raising safety standards to new heights. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Just within the past 30 minutes, the Senate has dismissed all impeachment charges against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, ending the trial before arguments even began. House Republicans wanted to remove Mayorkas from office over his handling of the border. Senators argued the articles were unconstitutional.
Much more still ahead. Banned for life. How gambling violations will keep an NBA player off professional courts permanently.
Powell Symphony Hall has been welcoming St. Louisans for 99 years. We have a major update on renovations to the venue.
And 100 days from now, all eyes on Paris. And happening now, Team USA stepping out to meet the media.